All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Hakodash. I want to give double honors to my apostle and elders, Great Millstone, who teach very well. While not this truth from his citation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push this word and truth, faith, and sincerity. And today, man, just basically getting on, how people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because you don't want to hearken unto the truth, man. I'm really gonna base this video off the micro C hip, man, because it's evident that that is the mark of the beast. With these other camps are trying to push forth it like it's something else, man. Whether it's an embargo or sin or the picture of chest rape here. No, this is gonna be a physical mark that's gonna change your daily life, man. First thing that's gonna change is whether you get your direct deposit check. So let's start off with this, man. This Hosea 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Right there. Because thou hast rejected knowledge. And that's it. Let's get that word reject, man. Because we have put towards you the words of Yahweh. We put towards you the prophecies and the things that's upcoming, but you people are rejecting it. Reject. It says to despise. And the reason why you guys despise it, because it comes from GMS. If you write on a microchip, man, we write on Deuteronomy 22nd chapter. Let's go ahead and continue on, though. It says to abhor, to cast off. And that's one prophecy that you can't cast off, or you can't let that be up for the air, because taking that micro C hip is a sin that you cannot repent from. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get that real quick. Let's get that in the book of Revelation 14, the penalty behind taking. But we're going to jump back. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 14, and I'm going to jump down to verse 7. It says, saying with a loud voice, fear the Most High and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. Yes, and the Lord, he's finna come and judge America with ICBM missiles, man. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. It says, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the foundations of waters. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So Babylon the Great, which is better known as America, the Lord, he's finna make this place fall. Because ultimately throughout the West, they're going to try to convince everybody, the whole world, to take a microchip. Continuing on, it's going to tell you right here. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand and right there. How can you receive sin? How can you receive embargo? When they're going to everybody going to receive a white woman to have sex with? No, this is talking about a physical mark that's going to go under people's skin, a subdermal piercing, which ultimately will dictate your buying and selling. It's going to dictate your location. It's going to ping off these different cell phone towers to show that you are the cattle of the so-called white man, instead of being the cattle of the Lord, man. Let's go on and continue on. It says, the saints shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So the Lord, he's going to be highly upset with anybody who received that mark, man. Especially of the nation of Israel. Destruction is going to come upon you without mixture. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, same judgment that the Lord sent upon Sodom and Gomorrah, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yes. So again, you taking that mark and you despising this truth, ultimately you despising salvation. And again, you're supposed to warn the people from the things ahead. So let's get this again, Hosea 4 and 6. For my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. that thou shalt be no priest to me. And what a priest do, man? A priest serve the people. And you guys are not serving the people correctly, man. You're not doing your priestly duties. It says that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Because if you won't hearken unto this truth now, you didn't hearken unto that truth back then, man. You know, because you are your children today. But again, just going back, you guys are rejecting the truth, which is the microchip being the mark of the beast. This Google AI, microchips in humans soon. If you're wondering how soon microchips in humans will become widespread, the short answer is that the technology is already here. It's already here, man. This beast system, it says, but it is scaling at completely different spreads depending whether it's for medical therapy or daily consumer use, showing you that they're going to sell this into the people. You know, a consumer is ultimately something that refers into buying and selling. You know, let's go ahead and jump right here to feature scripture, Revelation 13:16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And again, this guy, Elon Musk, he have the brain interface. George Soros and Bill Gates, they have an interface company called Synchron, trying to sync you into this wicked system, you know? But again, this guy, he's going to try to make everybody bow down to this system. It says, and that no man may buy or sell, save he hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So they're going to set up, in order for you to be a consumer in America, they're going to try to put a device inside you, you know? And again, this is that new lifestyle that these people are trying to push forth. This is the realistic timeline where it's coming and when. So through AI, they projecting that all these brain interface trials, hand chips for keys, workplace, in order for you to work, you know, it's already here. And by 2030, they got injectable nanochips, corporate adoption, because America is a corporation, and this is commercial brain interface medicine, man. So they already have a timeline of what these guys trying to do. And by 2035, mass consumer BCIs, digital ID integration, cognitive augmentation, basically connecting you to that system. And these devils, they have things called Operation Warp Speed. They're speeding things up, man. I won't be surprised if all this happened before 2030. But again, why is this is in the talks? You know, why is they trying to mass produce people to having chips in their hand and in their forehead and connect them to the internet? Because they want the complete control. This is what this tiny device is meant for. It's not going to be for you to play the game, and they might push it like that. It's not going to be for you to I can think, and I got AI in my head. 1 + 1 is 2. You know, algebra off the top of your head, trigonometry. Nigga feels smart because he got a chip in his head. That's what Esau is going to do. Through this tiny little device, he's going to push forth false validation, man. You know? You can see, talk about Neuralink. Then it's a competition. Competitors like China's Neo and companies like Merge Labs, backed by $250 million from Sam Altman, are racing to get similar devices to patients suffering from paralysis or blindness. Subdermal consumer chips, simple RFID and NFC hand implants used to unlock doors or store business cards are a mature technology. While popular in tech hubs like Sweden, they remain a niche lifestyle choice rather than global norm. And again, it's going to be a lifestyle choice, man. In order for you to continue to live your everyday life, this guy's going to require a chip to be inside you. And this is why other camps should be pushing forth this thing out to warn the people from the evils to come. It's not nothing personal. It's not this, that, and the third. No, it's about pushing forth the true words and doctrine and prophecies of Yahweh Shai. Even tells that in the book of Sirach, the 39th chapter. Let's get that, man. Let's get that in Sirach, the 39th chapter, man. You know, because we touch on this a lot. While niggas trying to do debates, guys is getting get a vocab Malone. Y'all talking about Gentiles being saved when this devil is finna try to pull off the biggest heist in history by hipping the whole world. Let's get this. Sirach 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of the ancient, which is the scriptures, and be occupied in the prophecies. Revelation 13 and 16, man. GMS, we are occupied in that because we know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua words are faithful and true. Verse 2. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men. And who are the renowned men? You know, starting off with our apostles and elders. You know, those are the renowned men who introduced us into this, who warned us from this, man. Stay away from that, brother. Because if you get near it, you're going to die. It says where subtile parables are, he will be there also. And again, it's not going to say, yeah, it's a chip. No. The Lord is using parables to warn you from things ahead. He will seek out the sentences. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversing in dark parables. And again, these dark parables is the mysteries of the Bible. You know, if you know the mysteries, if you know the truth, you a prophet, man. You supposed to push it out, man, instead of holding it back or changing the doctrine for your sake. Pushing forth the doctrine of men so everybody can be comfortable instead of pushing forth Yahweh Shai so everybody can be saved, man. Not everybody, but all the elect can be saved. Let's get this in Ezekiel. Matter of fact, let's get this in the blue letter real quick. This is Ezekiel 33. I'm going to start at 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring a sword upon the land, and their sword, you can say that's Esau Edom, the left hand of the Most High, that sword, which he's going to come down having great wrath because he knew they have but a short time, going to push forth man-made conditions to try to force people to take that thing. It's going to get to a point, if you don't have that thing upon you, he's going to try to put you down. He's going to deem you as a medical threat. Or he's just going to deem you as a rebel unto the new American lifestyle. You know? Continuing on. It says, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman. And that's these different camps, man. You know, you got Bishop Nate as your watchman. You got General Yohana as your watchman. Then you got Apostle Hall as your watchman, man. You know, you could mention Sakari, Deacon, and Alizé, but, you know, they take times off, man. You know, watchmen don't take time off. Because why? Business must be done, and at any time, something can pop off. You know? Let's get this real quick. There were watchmen. Salah. Well, I see Esau. You really go into the word watchman, it actually goes back into someone who peers out into the distance. And we peering out into the distance and telling you the future. The future of America, the future of this system is involving microchips and connecting people into the internet. You know? We're warning you from that because as soon as you connect it into that system, you disconnect with the Most High. Continuing on, if any man seeth the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet and warned the people. And this is why you have to constantly stay on point, constantly stay awake. You can't take times off because anytime something can pop off, man. 3 o'clock in the morning, somebody trying to invade the city, you gotta blow the trumpet so people can be alarmed instead of chilling, man, or telling them, man, it was just oh, that's Esau. You know, it was just a dog. Y'all don't go back to sleep. No, man. Wake up. These guys is trying to take us over. You know, he got a microchip in his hand. Watch out, this is what we're doing. We're warning you from the evils ahead. Because again, it's going to leave a grievous sore upon you. Radiation is going to be oozing out your body. It said, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Yeah, so if we tell you not to take it and you take it and die, it's going to be your fault. It says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Yes, so again, we don't want, to be honest, we don't want no Israelite brother who believe, who's sincere. We don't want him to take the chip, man. And through the Spirit of the Lord, he's not going to let no true brother take the chip because he's going to be a part of the elect. But for them, these wild demons out here, the Lord, he's going to deliver them over to Esau. That's it's a nigga that's in the new covenant talking something. That's the chip doctrine. That's the chip doctrine. No, that's the truth, man. And you niggas are pushing forth emotions and pushing back the truth. This is nothing personal, man. This is about delivering the soul of Israel, delivering the soul of the elect, man. Continuing on. But if the watchmen see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people not be warned, you ain't tell them about the chip. You ain't tell them about that thing. You actually push them forth to take it. If the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Because you were supposed to be peering out into the distance. You were supposed to be occupied in prophecies and warn the people what's going on. And now people have died, and it's your fault. Because you knew better, man. Continuing on. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. Yes, because we telling you Yahweh Shai is coming. This is why all these things is happening, man. The lead up until the day of the Lord is a lot of things that's going to happen, man. And even when Yahweh Shai return, you ain't going to be able to breathe for real until you get beamed up to those chariots. Because even when Yahweh Shai come, he's still going to be zapping and knocking people off. Especially for the ones who got that thing. The Lord got the missile set for you. We just read it in Revelation, the 14th chapter. So yeah, I pray that video was edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kapodash. I want to give double honors to my apostle, Ellis Great Millstone.